side.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Vikings and the Giants. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. It's the start of a new season in the NFL. Welcome to our first Sunday of 2024 with football. Mike Tirico, my partner this year, Greg Olsen. Greg, so excited to be with you and so excited about week one. You build it up, you talk about it for 6 months, but when it arrives, man, it feels so good.
And it's really the only week of the entire season, Mike, where all 32 teams are all dreaming the same thing. Playoffs, Super Bowl hopes. This was the best offseason any of them have ever had. And on top of that, it's the excitement and the hope in these stadiums. Every fan base in the NFL thinks that this is their year, and week one's getting off to a hot start, and I know both you and I are looking forward to being along for the ride.
The Vikings led out by the rookie, J.J. McCarthy. Won the national championship at the University of Michigan. Wasn't asked to throw it a ton during that championship run, but very athletic, very impressive. And Greg, he's the guy for the Vikes.
This is the moment, Mike. He's been working towards this day ever since hearing his name called on draft night, and he's put the work in over the last few months. This franchise clearly feels that he's ready to go. But what did he say to us the other day, Mike? He said, I kind of have to admit, it's going to be surreal walking out on that field to take my first snap as a starting NFL quarterback. And I think once he settles in and gets rid of any early nerves, he's confident that he'll show everybody that he belongs. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Now the man who moved inside the NFC North, the former Packer, Aaron Jones. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not what you want to see, quarter one of week one. Throwing on second down is McCarthy. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of... And he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here we go. Set up.
Motion man, set right. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. The catch is made. It's Agnew. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
He'll get this complete to Trent Sherfield. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
Now Jones, and he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They run it once more with Jones. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up third down. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. He's got his receiver. It's Jones. That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's got to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. To the goal line and in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Tracy now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Giants led out by their quarterback, Daniel Jones. Here he is. It's year 6 in the NFL. He was the 6th overall pick back in 2019 out of Duke. And Jones still at the helm for the Giants.
There's just something special about week 1, isn't it, Mike? I mean, after months of anticipation, speculation, it finally hits you. The season has arrived. This is the first time where we're going to get to see a lot of the debuts of players on new teams, new coaches, rookies taking the field for the very first time in a meaningful game. The preseason is one thing, but it's an entirely different level of excitement once opening weekend rolls around. I don't know about you, but I am excited to see what's in store for us, that these games finally now matter. As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. Creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
On play action, it's Jones. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained, and I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Half 88, half 88, half 88.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson.
Up, go.
Here we go on 4th down with Jones. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Let's go now.
They'll go play action here with no chance at all. He'll go down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Set.
To throw is McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Reichert's kick is good, and the Vikings will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Tracy now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. So this next drive about to get going. We remind you, coming up later tonight, the regular season premiere of Sunday Night Football. It's a good one. Playoff rematch, Stafford against Goff, the Rams and the Lions from Ford Field. That's at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, we wrap up week 1 with Monday Night Football.
Okay, here we go.
Aaron Rodgers gets another shot at a Monday opener. The Jets and Niners from Santa Clara, 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 West Coast time. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
With that, we'll take a look at the draft class from back in April. You see they went offense with their 1st selection, getting help at the wideout position. And they think they've got a guy who can develop into a big-time target as the years go on.
Half 18.
2
half 18.
incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Cadence, lock in the cadence, lock in the cadence. Up we go.
Again, it's Jones. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And when it comes to Turner, you're talking about a guy, Mike, that was the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, that probably says all you need to know. First team All-American with 10 sacks, and he has a rare combination of length, but he's also very strong at the point of attack.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. 1st and 10 now from the 36. In motion, it's Jefferson. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. It's second down. On the handoff, Jones. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll try and run for the first down with Jones. A first down there on a pickup of 17.
And after parting ways with the Packers, Jones kind of surprised some by staying in the NFC North. He signs with Minnesota, and he joins an offense that is loaded with talented skill players. So if he can continue to be the playmaker he's been throughout his career, they've got themselves a nice young group here in Minnesota, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Open man, he's got Agnew. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Let's go. Go.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Tracy now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
56. Up we go.
Here's the man signed from Houston. It's Devin Singletary. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Here we go, hey. Up we go.
Again, it's Singletary. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Out we go.
He'll go back to Singletary on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Okay, here we go.
They'll run once more with Singletary. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. 3rd and 5.
Chip. Out we go.
Play action now. It's Jones. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's to the outside, and he's got Jefferson. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup, and another 1st down.
There's nothing harder in sports than being a young rookie starting quarterback. So here you have J.J. McCarthy. We saw him accomplish everything there was to have in Michigan in college, and now he finds himself in the league trying to make the adjustment. But if there's one thing every rookie quarterback would love to have, Mike, it's Justin Jefferson.
Halftime is looming, but a chance to build on that already sizable lead right here. 1st and goal. Got a man, that's Sherfield. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. J.J. McCarthy, touchdown Vikings. And what an opener it has been for this rookie. That's now his 2nd touchdown here in week 1.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody situation and the clock. And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Reichert good with the extra point. And the Vikings are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on NFL Kickoff Weekend as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Cook, and no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. Greg, simply put, they've been off their game right from the jump.
Yeah, sometimes it's just the way the game goes, and you can't really put your finger on it, but you feel good coming out of the week of practice. You feel really good about your game plan, and then once the ball's kicked off, nothing seems to work, and it's very frustrating because you can look great one week, and then the next week be completely taken out of your game.
Chip. Out we go.
On first down, Jones. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going for the end. This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point something's going to break your way. And
this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Really nice job there by Grenard, and think back to last year, Mike. He's coming off a career-high 12.5 sacks in 2023. Now he decides to sign with the Vikings this offseason. He's hoping to take this defense to another level, and so far, it seems like this marriage is working out just fine.
The Vikings offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. To throw, it's McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, Minnesota.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Here we go. Shot.
Jones now on first and 10. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Again, it's Jones. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. Here's McCarthy. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. on the ground now with Jones. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Here we go, here we go.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. He'll try to run for it. And McCarthy's going to get down and pick up the first down. Good, smart play with the slide by J.J.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The Giants offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Half jumbo, half jumbo. Out we go.
On play action, it's Jones. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And that will give them some space, moving it all the way past the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Clown. Out we go.
Now a play fake. Jones. He'll look deep here for Neighbors.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson.
Out we go.
They fake the handoff. Now Jones. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And the Vikings are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Play action now. It's McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. In motion, it's Jefferson. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. To the right side, he's got Hockenson, his tight end. Here's a 3rd and 10. A run. It's Jones. Call it a gain of 13. It'll be a Vikings first down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Let's go now.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Here we go, set.
They'll go back to Jones on first down. And he's going to be taken down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Jones. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. That his 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Jones. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense, and, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Okay, here we go.
Throwing is Jones on 3rd. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. They'll go for it. It's Jones. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs. The Vikings offense and Aaron Jones set to take over once more. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A give now. It's Jones on the zone read. Not much happening there. Just a short game. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run the toss here with Jones. And he's trying to turn the corner, but will not do it. Brought down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Third and long. In motion, it's Jefferson. On 3rd down, here's Jones. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This one will be from 37 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Tracy now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Half 18.
Slayton is the man in motion.
Up, go.
On play action, it's Jones. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran, Harrison Smith. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. First and 10.
Here we go.
Now a handoff. Jones. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They run it once more with Jones. Jones, 1st down and more. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 17 yards on that play. 1st down, Minnesota. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.